Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. And, well, let me ask you this. Do you want to repeat after me or just say, I do so solemnly swear?
I think I'll repeat after you.
Perfect. I, Thomas App,
I, Thomas App,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and that I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And congratulations
Yes, thank you.
to you as well.
Thank you so much.
Mrs. Mayor, is what we're going to call you now.
Can we get the three of you together?
Oh, yep.
One in the middle here.
Oh, there you go. Always
There
put
we
the
go.
short one in the middle.
Say cheese.
Wait, which one are we looking at first?
Well, not mine.
We'll look at
I
Rodina.
just turned it off accidentally.
There you go. Now we can get that way.
My camera's empty, not my phone.
Woohoo! Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you so much.
And thank you
Oh,
so
you're
So instead of doing it digitally, what we're going to do is, when I say I, and you'll say your name. Okay? I'll say I, and you say your name. And then repeat after me. So if you raise your right hand and place your left hand. All right?
On the Bible, right?
So I
Joseph
John Miller.
do solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge
and I will discharge
the duties of my office with fidelity.
the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations, everybody. On the podium. You may all take a seat on the podium.
We haven't changed the seat yet. Oh, we should sit down and see. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Johnny.
Welcome, everybody. I'd like to welcome everybody to the reorganization meeting. This is January 6th, 2020. If everyone will rise, I'm going to say the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And at this time, I'll ask the secretary to do the roll call for attendance.
Michelle Miller,
Here.
Michelle Roberts,
Present.
Kylie Hodnett,
Present.
Robert McGrath,
Here.
John Miller,
Here.
Douglas Eager,
Here.
Joseph Boylan,
Here.
Mayor App.
Present.
Also present, Solicitor Ewald, and that would be it.
Thank you, Marty. And I do have an opening statement to say. I wanted to welcome everyone. Every 2 years, municipalities across the state are reorganizing tonight. I will preside over this meeting until council elects a new president and vice president, which at that time then I will hand the gavel to the newly elected president. And at this time, I want to ask the solicitor, Carl, I want to ask him to explain the nomination and voting process to council since we do have some new members on council also. Carl?
Yeah, so the nomination process in this meeting is a little bit different than your average motion. In just a moment, Mayor App is going to ask for nominations for the President and Council. The nomination does not require a second. What you would do is you would say, I nominate this council person to be the President of Borough Council. And then Mayor App is going to ask for any additional nominations. Nominations will be taken in the order that they're nominated. So if one council person is nominated first, then Mayor App will make a call for a vote on that person, and it will be up or down. So if that person is then given enough votes to approve them being the president, they will become the president. If not, we'll move on to the second nomination or the third nomination until there's a person who is actually voted to be the president. And then we'll go through the same process for vice president, and then the mayor's going to hand the gavel over to the new president.
Are there any questions for the solicitor? All right, hearing no questions, at this time I will accept nominations for the President of Borough Council.
I nominate Michelle Miller for president.
Michelle Miller is nominated first. Are there any other nominations for President of Borough Council?
I nominate John Miller for president.
And are there any other nominations for President of Borough Council? All right. Hearing no other nominations, I close the nomination process. At this time, we will take a vote for President. Now, the vote goes by who was nominated first. The first person nominated was Michelle Miller. So, having received the nomination, I ask the Secretary to call on council to vote.
Okay. Michelle Miller.
I abstain.
Michelle Roberts.
Please. At this time, Ms. Miller is abstaining because under the Ethics Act, there's technically, and though it seems nominal, there's a $300 difference in pay between the president and a normal member of council on an annual basis. So I don't know, $10 or $8 a week. But in light of that, Ms. Miller is abstaining from voting on her own nomination because she would receive a pecuniary benefit from the election.
Okay. Michelle Roberts.
I vote no.
Heidi Hodnett.
No.
Robert McGrath.
Yes.
John Miller.
Yes.
Douglas Eager.
Yes.
Joe Boylan.
Yes.
We have 4 yes, 2 no, 1 abstain. Okay.
That is the majority. Congratulations, Michelle Miller.
Thank you, Jerry.
Congratulations to Michelle Miller, the new president. Thank you for entering also John's name into the nomination. Thank you, John. Okay, so at this time, we are going to accept nominations for vice president. And I will open the floor to nominations for vice president of Morton Borough.
This time I would nominate John Miller as vice president of Morton Borough.
I would like to nominate Bob McGrath as the vice president for Morton Borough.
Are there any other nominations for vice president? All right.
Just for the record, there is no difference in pay for the vice president, so there's no requirement that someone nominated for vice president.
All right. At this time, thank you, Mr. Solicitor. At this time, I will close the nominations for vice president. And at this time, I will ask our secretary to call on a vote. And John was nominated first, so John gets to be voted on first.
Michelle Miller,
No.
Michelle Roberts,
Yes.
Harley Hodnett,
Yes.
Robert McGrath,
No.
John Miller,
Abstain.
Douglas Eager, Joseph Boylan.
Yes.
We have a tie.
In the event of a tie, the mayor has the opportunity to break a tie.
Okay. But this time, I would like to vote for John Miller for the vice president council.
So at this point, the vote would carry 4-3, with John Miller being elected to the position of vice president of council.
Congratulations, Mr. John Miller. So my last duty up here tonight is now I am honored to pass the gavel to our newly elected president, Michelle Miller.
Well, no, I'm going to sit down here with my stuff.
Okay,
I'll
you
switch
can bring
on
your
this
stuff
around
over.
later. Okay, thank you, everyone. I hope that I will be able to live up to many of the fine people that have been in this position before me. I will not wear a top hat nor a fascinator. I'm more of a baseball cap girl. I think we will all get along quite well. We've got a really good group of people who are in these positions because they wanted to be, and I'll have some love and passion for the community. And we'll also have hopefully not only do some good things, but have a lot of fun doing so also. So that said, go on to some business. Under our agenda items, there is a list, if you have the sheet, of the various people who are appointed or work for the municipality. I'm not going to read off all the names, but there are other appointments that are other committees, and all the people may wish to join any of the committees that are listed here, and then also the Parks and Recreation Committee. And we do need some members to the Vacancy Board, which I believe, are we sure?
It's one person. It's the Vacancy Board chairperson.
Okay. I thought that we had someone on there, but it's not in the, we looked on the minutes and did not see it listed for last year. We'll research that, if that is in fact filled or not. I thought there was someone who was on there.
So that is a position that carries over if you don't act, but the borough code states that you should appoint someone every year. If you're not ready to do it today, you should do it at your January meeting next week.
Okay. Well, we'll double check, because I think that there was somebody there, and we can even check with that person and see if they are still inclined to be that on the vacancy board. But any committee, anything anybody'd like to do, you have any suggestions, something you're interested in, please call the office, email any of us, check our website and get our emails, and let us know if there's something you'd like to see done, or particularly if you'd like to spend some time, or even an hour. Some of these committees meet like 3 or 4 times a year, and so it's only a little bit of time, and then as much time as you want to put into it. B is the word around here to try to get volunteers. Does anyone on council have any statements they want to make about anything in particular? At this time? Okay, then we'll go ahead to the appointment of our new borough fire marshal, Michael Kopp. Mr. Kopp, Want to come forward? We'll do swearing in here.
So this is a position that has a 2-year term, but serves at the will of council. Because of the, so that it doesn't get lost in paperwork, our recommendation is that you formalize the appointment tonight, so that, because this is a biannual meeting and it's a biannual term, it would make it easy for council to remember every 2 years to evaluate and either reappoint or appoint someone new to the position.
We actually voted on this last week.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, in order to make it easy, and because the applicant has now, I
Formally
assume,
accepted.
accepted the position, if we could just do a quick vote to appoint him, so that your 2-year term would expire at the reorganization meeting in 2022.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we appoint Michael Kopp as the Borough Fire Marshal for the Morton Rutledge Fire Department for 2020 and 2021.
Right. It's the Morton Borough Fire Marshal. Yeah.
Okay. Have a second?
Second the motion.
And then voice vote's fine?
The voice was fine.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Very good. And we can go up.
Michael, is there someone that you would like to hold the Bible for you?
Yeah, fire chief.
Fire chief? Sure. Fire chief. My pleasure. And please kind of raise your right hand, Mike, and repeat after me. I, Michael Cope,
I, Michael Kopp,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my office with fidelity.
of my office with fidelity.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you, members of the fire department, for being here to support him. Okay, next we go to an approval of the resolution for 2021 for the CDBG funding priorities. If Mr. Poole, you want to give us just a real quick rundown of that again?
Yeah, council at last month's council meeting had discussed the options available for the CDBG application for the fiscal year 2020. And if everyone remembered, we were limited in the scope of what we could put in. So council had decided to put in for both the comprehensive plan and zoning ordinance update. So this resolution is basically just letting the county know that at that meeting last month, that's what council had decided on after holding the public hearing.
Okay, so did everyone understand that? Anyone have any questions? Okay, so we can do a roll call vote to approve this resolution. Mrs. Preston?
Michelle Miller,
Yes.
Michelle Roberts,
Yes.
Holly Hodnett,
Yes.
Robert McGrath,
Yes.
John Miller,
Yes.
Douglas Eager.
Yes.
And that passes.
My chopped liver over here?
Oh, you can
I'm sorry, Joe Boylan.
Joe, I was gonna say, count it up. Now it passes you.
This is all.
Sorry.
Gotta put him on the list.
I know. It's on, but I skipped over. Sorry, Joe.
And next, the approval of the resolution issuing, authorizing the issuance of the 2020 tax acceptance note in the amount of $175,000. Mr. Ewald, you want to give a quick summary of that?
Yeah, this is a routine loan that the borough takes in the spring of the year because, well, the year starts in January. The tax revenue doesn't start coming in until March or April when when the mortgages and the taxes start being paid. So there's a small shortfall in funding between now and May, and this is a $175,000 loan that gets paid off in June after all the majority of the taxes come in. I've reviewed and prepared all the documentation. One of the requirements is that you adopt or approve the loan by resolution, and that resolution is attached in your packet. This will be sent off to the state, and you should get funding next week on this loan. Or this week.
Depends. I mean, usually it's a little less than a week to get the approval from the state.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, does anyone have any questions? Very good. So if we can have a roll call vote on the approval of the authorizing the issuance of the 2020 tax anticipation note, also known as TAN, in the amount of $175,000. Roll call, Mrs. Preston?
Yes. Michelle Miller,
Yes.
Michelle Roberts,
Yes.
Kylie Hodnett,
Yes.
Robert McGrath,
Yes.
John Miller,
Yes.
Douglas Eager,
Yes.
Joseph Boylan.
Yes.
Okay, that passes unanimously. And does anyone else have anything they'd like to say at this time on council?
I just want to inquire in regards to the tax collector. Do we get any inquiries at all?
We've gotten some inquiries, but nothing more at this point. So, yeah.
So it's
The resignation was effective December 31st, so Borough Council has until January 30th to fill the position. And at this point, the borough itself is responsible for the January duties of the tax collector. So it is urgent and important that we find someone to fill that position.
Now, if anyone knows anyone, it's a part-time position. The borough pays $5,200. There's also some work with the school district. Not quite sure exactly how much that is, but it's a very nice part-time job for a retired person or a stay-at-home parent or someone looking to make some extra money and has the time. Provide some office space for them here at the borough. So if you know anyone who might be even slightly interested, let them contact Mr. Poole, either through his email or by phone, and let us know. And the training with it too is not that cumbersome, to my understanding. And the old tax collector's around to answer some questions also. So hopefully we'll find somebody so that the county doesn't take it over. Whatever's involved with that. What all we know about what's involved with the county taking it over.
Taking over the collection or taking over appointing someone?
Well, did they appoint someone if we don't have someone? Or do they just do it?
If you don't appoint someone, it will fall on your vacancy board chair to call a meeting of the vacancy board, and then the vacancy board has 30 days to appoint. And if not, then it will go up to the Court of Common Pleas, and the Court of Common Pleas will appoint someone.
Okay. So hopefully we can do it in-house here in the borough. Does anybody from the public have any statements they'd like to make?
Michael Lee, 123 West Sylvan Avenue, Morton, Pennsylvania. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I hate to be the fly in the ointment on this occasion, but why wasn't Mayor Rapp sworn in?
I was sworn in earlier tonight so that I could then swear everyone else in.
Okay, my apologies. I kind of suspected that's what happened, but nowadays one can never be sure.
Judge Pupio came over.
Okay.
And she had to run out to Springfield for a 7 o'clock swearing in. So she came here at 6:15.
Okay,
so
thank
you. I meant to mention that.
All right, I do have one piece of news for anyone who's interested. It was mentioned in yesterday's the Sunday Times that this Wednesday evening, the County Council will be having an evening session which will start at 6 p.m. at the Media Courthouse for anyone who might be interested in attending. And that's all I have to say tonight, so thank you all for listening. Good night, and may God bless. Oh, one thing, I want to welcome the new member of council, Ms. Hodnett, and Mr. Eager, and Mr. Boylan, as well as our returning member, Mr. Miller, and also to Mayor Rapp. So thank you.
Mr. Boylan's also returning, actually.
Okay.
Years before.
But his term isn't consecutive, so as far as I'm concerned, he's a new member.
Right.
So okay, now it's official. Thank you all for listening. Good night. May God bless all of you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
God bless you, Michael.
Yeah.
And unless anyone else has anything else to say? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we'll be adding, the new council people will be getting new email addresses, which will basically be their first initial and last name at mortonpa.org. And of course, the people who are no longer in government will no longer be using those email addresses. They'll be also on the website.
Yes, and I'm going to direct this to Mr. Ewald. Can you just define on the vacancy board what that duty is?
So the vacancy board is usually the easiest position in council or in a borough because it almost never meets. What they do is only when there's a vacancy, and it's only when there's a vacancy that can't be filled by council, whether it's because council keeps having a tie, council can't get a quorum to meet, whatever it is. And the vacancy board chair then steps in and becomes an additional member of council for the purpose of nominating someone to that position that's vacant. So they become the chairperson, and the remaining members of the vacancy board are the members of council. So they only have one duty. It's a very rarely exercised duty. I've only seen it used once in Delaware County in the last decade. So it's a pretty low commitment job, but it's a very important job to have filled in the event that you need it.
Thank you.
And at our next meeting then on the 15th, we will address committees, who's on what committee and so on and so forth. So we haven't had a chance to discuss some of that as yet with the new folks. Anyway, with that said, nothing else?
One additional thing, just so
Yes.
that people realize, the meeting for Borough Council is the 15th, correct?
Right.
Which is technically the third Wednesday, so make sure nobody's confused and shows up this Wednesday.
And it's been duly advertised.
Yeah.
So, motion to adjourn, someone?
So moved.
Good.
You're watching MoTV, Morton's very own TV station.